G'day. This is Charlie, and I'm coming to you today with your daily dose of business tech inspiration. Topic number 260, why a blog can be a powerful tool for your website. I am going to refer you all back to topic number 238, where I have done some of this before. I'm probably going to dig into a little bit more on this, and hopefully I'm not going to repeat too much information, but it is information that bears repeating. So if you didn't hear topic number 238, you're going to get some of it here, but I would recommend going back and listening to that as well. So what is a blog? I covered that in topic number 238. It's basically an article that you put on your website. Web blog, basically, like start date 2024. This is Captain James T. Kirk. It's a log that you write on your website. I call them articles, and I call them articles because I think that is a better term that most people will understand. And honestly, hopefully it puts you in a better mindset, better frame of mind of what you can do with this information. An article on your website. I'm just trying to think. All right. Search engines have one main function, and that is to answer questions that searchers ask of it. A search engine needs to deliver good results to those questions to keep people coming back to using them. Why? Because they get the search engines themselves make money by putting ads up for you so that you see them when you're searching. If you aren't getting good answers to the questions that you're asking, you're not going to go back and use that search engine. So it needs to get good answers to questions that people are asking. A blog is a great way for you as a business owner to get your information out there so that search engines can pick it up, so it can deliver that information as an answer to someone's question. Long explanation, but when I come back and say it improves SEO, it improves search engine optimization, that's what we mean. It improves search engine optimization because you as a business owner are putting information up on your website that answers questions that people are asking, and the search engines can pick it up and deliver it to them and say, hey, listen, this site here looks like it's good information that is relevant to what you're asking. So a blog that's one of its main functionality. When people come to me and say, we want to improve our search engine optimization, we want to improve our search engine ranking, the first thing I will say to them is you need to be generating content, and you need to be generating that content on your website, relevant content on your website. Even in this day and age, with everything else that's going on and with all the changes that occurs within the algorithms for search engines, it is still one of the key fundamental things that you can do quickly and easily that will yield results over time. It's not going to be instantaneous, but it will yield long-term results over time. Improves SEO. The other thing that a weblog or articles or a blog on your website will do, so a blog is a collection of the articles, by the way. A blog article or a blog post is the article. A blog is the collection of those articles. A blog will allow you to share, and as I just said, it allows you to share your insights, your tips, your stories. That's going to engage with your audience and keep them coming back to your site. So it's really important, and it's one reason I do these inspirations. These get posted to my blog every day. I hopefully it should eventually have people come back to my website every day to listen to these hints and tips that I'm giving out. That's one of the reasons I'm doing it. It's giving me fresh content, fresh, relevant content for my target audience every day. Now, I'm doing it every day. Not everyone has to do that. Very few people do it. Weekly, fortnightly, monthly. The important thing is that when you are doing this, you need to have a regular schedule for sharing your content and be religious about it. So if you think you can commit to putting up an article every week that's got something relevant to do with your industry or with your business or with what your target audience is looking for, do that. Do it every week. If you think you can do it every fortnight, do it every fortnight. Yes, the more regularly you can put up content, the better. That needs to be traded off with, you need to have some certainty so that your customers, your audience knows when to come look for that content. It will also help you establish authority, credibility and authority. Now, again, this is another big one for me. By providing helpful and informative content that is relevant to the issues, the problems, the challenges that your target audience has that you can help them with, a blog, a collection of articles will position you as an expert within your field. It's going to build credibility. It's going to build trust with potential customers. This is all really slow drip stuff, right? It's really, really slow. Well, it's not really, really slow. It's slow. It's steady. It's going to just build and build and build. And eventually you're just going to be there. You're going to be the person that people go to find this information. A blog can support social media, so it allows you, just trying to think how best to sort of put this. When you write an article on your website, or you do this sort of content like I'm doing today, I might post, well, I will post a link to this content on my social media and drive people back to my website to watch the article, to watch the video, to read the article. I will put out a little snippet about what you might see there and then drive them back. Social media to me is the place where I meet people. It's like networking. You go out to a business network and you go and talk to people and you'll hand out your business cards. You may do a little bit of business there, but ultimately the next thing you do is you say to them, why don't we go out for a cup of coffee? Or why don't you come back to my office? Why don't you come into my office and we can meet and we can talk about this further? That's what your website is. That's your office. That's where you invite people back so that you can actually develop deeper, more understanding about your customer and that you help them understand you better. So it will support your social media. It gives you somewhere to send people off of your social media and to build your lists and to build all of that networking that goes on. A blog can foster interaction through comments and discussions and create a sense of community around your brand. That is a little more tricky to do because you do get the spammers that come in and just put spam comments on your articles, and you're like, I hate that. I just want to turn comments off. There are methods around increasing spam protection on your blogs and your articles so that is minimized. And honestly, if someone comments on an article and it's a legitimate comment, you as the business owner should be back in there commenting very quickly about and answering their question, even if it's just a, hey, look, thanks so much for that insight. I really appreciate it. Have you thought about looking at this thing over here? Or I'd really like to know more about that. Can you tell me more about that? And ask them to interact with you. It's not as good as a conversation, a face-to-face conversation, but it's pretty damn good, isn't it? It's a good way of doing it. Overall, the idea of putting a blog on your website is to drive traffic, is to get people to come to your website, not just to read your articles, but also to have a look at your offerings, to have a look at what you're doing, to have a look at your media presences and all of those things so that they can get a feeling of who you are. If you think about it, that you have a shop in a strip mall or in a mall somewhere, and you're trying to get people to actually come into the store to have a look at what you've got, your articles are part of that attraction to bring people in. I absolutely adore blogging. I love writing. I love doing this sort of content as well, as you might have guessed. So I adore blogging. Not everyone does. There are some fantastic providers out there that will create content for you, that will help do all of this, that will put a strategy in place with you. You can reach out to me. I've got people in my list of providers that I work with to do this sort of stuff. We can also help you develop strategies around it. So why not have a think about how you might use a blog on your website to increase getting people or increase traffic and target audiences to your site. Okay, guys, what do you think? What did I say that you agreed with? What did I say that you didn't agree with? What would you change? What questions do you have about what I've just said? I'd love to know. Please leave comments wherever you are watching or listening to this video. You can reach out to us via DM on any of our social media platforms. If you are watching this video on a social media platform, then I have a DM available that you can use. You can come across to our locals community, askcharlyleetham.locals.com, and join the communication, the conversation there. Or you can even just go to our website and start up a web chat and have a chat to us there. I'd love to hear from you, whichever way you do it. Tomorrow, we are going to be talking about customer feedback and how we can use that to improve our websites. As always, if you could please, I would really appreciate it if you would like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you find out when we drop more content. And I will see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And apart from that, have a fantastic day, guys. Bye.